back to the Fandom Tea Party podcast.
It feels like it's such a long time.
We're still alive.
I love how we were like, yes, you know what, we're gonna be back in form, and then we missed a few weeks.
And then we missed the form. I think the less we talk about the form, I think the more we'll stay in formation.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be.
We'll just do our best.
But we're going to ganbare our best and freaking push on forward. So
Woo!
I am Stephanie, aka Chibi Cookie, cosplayer, artist,
Anything else?
resident idiot,
Member of the brain cell squad.
rhythm game aficionado, I guess.
I would think so. Yeah, sure.
Purple haired anime character.
I wouldn't go
Miku
that far.
fangirl.
No. Yeah, there we go. We'll use that one.
Which one?
Miku fangirl.
Miku fangirl. That
Sound
works.
weeb is what she meant to say.
Yeah, that works.
In this podcast, we stand a queen.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, she is the queen
The world
for sure.
is hers.
The world is hers. And we're just living in it.
Oh, she is the creator of Minecraft too.
Oh, yeah. She did do that. Okay.
But yeah, I go by Chibi Cookie and everything. I forgot. It's been so long, I've forgotten my usual intro.
I think that was it. You just kind of went back on it.
Yeah.
I think we should
I don't even know.
throw it
what
over
our
to the
intros
other
was.
people you
Yep.
have yet to
I've
allow
taken
to
up.
be
I've taken up almost
a
all of
concept.
your guys' time slots. So pass it on to my friend over here.
I'm Chocolate Daydreams, aka Rainbow Nightmares, aka Anime G-Day, aka I'm pretty sure there's a lot more usernames, but I can't think of them at the moment. Anyways, Candy Demon. That was the other one.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Oh my god, I forgot my stuff. Oh, I'm an artist. Right now I've been participating in Art Fight. I've got over 35 attacks on people. So,
Goodness.
ends August 10th, 2020, if you guys still want to do Art Fight. And right now I'm going to be doing some watercolor sketches. Anyways, we have the one and only.
What is going on, my Mad Hatter? See, I didn't forget. You know me as the one and only Beast2, aka BC, or Matt, the writer, the voice actor, and just all around noob at Smash Brothers. Please find me online. I'll throw up a dojo. We can get better together. But enough about all of that. You know what? We're about to go into the tea of the week because I have one and you guys want to throw in yours. The big one that I've been seeing online is TikTok to be continued because TikTok, if you didn't know, well, I know you know TikTok. I'm not talking about the app. I'm talking about, I know. So, what I'm saying is that it may be actually going down as far as the U.S. is concerned. That was the first part of it. And then there was this rumor that Microsoft might buy TikTok. That's what I'm saying. It to be continued. It's all up in the air. It's all up in the... in one of these, whatever they do.
Renegade.
There's also people moving into Byte, which is the same post. Byte, it's like the same.
It's Vine
it's
too.
the Vine too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I've been seeing that people have been moving though
Really?
too,
I'm
but
really
I've
glad,
never seen anyone watch.
Well, because Byte, I joined Byte when it first came out, and it was filled with bots, and that was it.
Oh wow.
So I'm
That's
glad
hilarious.
that's getting more traction. I had a tea of the week. It was kind of more of a tea of last week, but it's still something really cool that happened. All of the leaks from Nintendo from their development of different games, and L really is real.
Oh yeah! They reconstructed the boy!
Luigi, they found the beta files of Luigi in Mario 64. 24 years and 1 month to the day that from when it came out. L was real. 2401.
I cannot believe that. It's almost as if someone designed for that to happen. Now, it's not just let's go. It's let's go together.
Oh.
I like that.
Also, the Diamond and Pearl leaks of all of the beta. I love Beta Regigigas so much. Regigigas Beta is like, he looks like something from Undertale a little bit with how he's sketched.
Arceus looks like he is caught in headlights. But I do like the Beta Rampardos. I should have stuck with that design.
I also adore the Beta rival theme. It is so good. And there's like 2 different versions of the battle theme, and all of them slap. They always slap. They've always slapped. I think that Gen 4 has some of the best, like, gym battle music. It's so nostalgic.
But when are we gonna get Gen 4 remake?
Right? Can it slap itself into a remake? I would sincerely hope so. Please, it's been far too long. What about you?
Ages.
Oh, Tea of the Week, Animal Crossing updates. And from what I've seen online, some people just haven't really played New Leaf because apparently horror towns and hacked towns are being reported.
Really?
And I'm just like, you weren't here for New Leaf when like everyone's island just did whatever they wanted.
That's very strange.
That's something going on in the Animal Crossing community, but the Animal Crossing community is a whole other story.
Yeah. We're not touching that with a 10-foot net. So, very interesting stuff that's happened. But before we launch into what we're going to launch into, because it's going to be very interesting. You might remember a face or two.
You might even seen his face.
Or two edits. So, before we get to any of that, though, ladies and gentlemen, what are we sipping?
All right. So, for the tea, we are sipping on a throwback tea. Back to the tea that we drank in our very first episode.
What memories?
Yep, we are sipping on the Transylvanian spice tea from Dragon Marsh.
Oh my goodness, welcome back, bruh.
Let's clink it all up.
Alright, let's get that loud. Here we go. Yeah. And it gets you again.
Still smells like hot cocoa.
Memories.
Even though it's hot outside.
Right.
It's actually, what's nice is since we poured it a little bit before we started, it actually cooled down enough so it's not like burn your tongue. The taste is still incredible. My favorite thing about it still has to be the fact that there's the little confectioner's candy in the shape. There's like pumpkins and ghosts and little bats.
It's so cute.
It just gives me that fall feeling.
Yeah, it is becoming that time. Hopefully, quicker.
At the moment, I'm really fishing for wall, wishing for fall.
I
mean, well, you might want to get them
full
full
The heat is drying out the one brain cell. We only got the one, please.
Also, support local small businesses that are struggling during this time.
Shop local.
Especially, like, Dragon Marsh, they do online sales, and their stuff is amazing. They'll ship across the United States, if I'm correct, and their stuff is really bomb, so support them or any other local small, like, tea shops or any other local businesses right now, because things are kind of struggling right now. But I'm really glad that we're returning back to some of the old teas. We got my little Sharky in there.
Hey, we can't see him, but he's there.
We can't see him, but he's there.
Somewhere.
But yeah, no, it's very
somewhere.
Are you
somewhere in there?
Somewhere in where?
Somewhere
is
in
that
there.
what you're saying? But wait, does this mean going back into the first tea? Does that mean that the leaves are they loose?
The leaves are loose, my child.
The leaves are loose, Papa. Memories. Wonderful stuff. Oh my goodness, it is. You know what? We're gonna need some nostalgia. Yeah, it feels like it's been like 6 or 7 years since that's been moving.
Real.
But I think we're getting ahead of ourselves.
When we were still in the living room. Surrounding one mic.
With the drapery.
I can't open this.
The teapot. Last time we used this teapot, I don't know if we commented on it, but we didn't realize you could take part of it off, and we spilt tea a lot of places, and so now we are just working on getting it off. But also, getting the lid off of the tea.
And the sound guy comes in, takes it off professionally.
Yes!
Oh, okay.
Sound guy coming in clutch. Okay.
I see that now.
Snack-wise, talking about nostalgia again, we got some shark gummy snacks. Like from, Stater Brothers shark gummy snacks. I don't know if they sell these at anywhere. I've only seen them at Stater's.
I think those Stater's brand.
They're so good. They're like nostalgia in a little tiny package.
That's the shape of a shark.
Yep, that's the shape of a shark. I know
this one looks more like a fish.
I know Beastie here's got some Doritos.
Oh, yeah, some Doritos. I'm going to share some fruit snacks, actually. Gonna pass these around if anybody wants them.
I want a purple one.
See, there we go. And a
Sharing
gummy
is
madame.
caring.
Oh, okay.
But
I have some, thank you, though.
and then we got some Jersey Mike brownie that Jendy's gonna be snacking on. So,
Oh, no, everyone can have it.
oh,
I
sweet.
accidentally spilled some.
So,
That's okay.
not sponsored, but Sharks, if you're listening.
We
The
cool.
concept, yeah, you know.
The entire Discovery Shark Week sponsor us.
Yeah, dude. I think we can
Shark
have,
Week, we support you.
have a prototype. Actually, I think we can get it out as soon as 2023. I'm thinking Great Blacks. I mean, come on, you know. I'm just with the climate of everything. I really think it is time for some inclusion. They have had it good for far too long. Let's do this, guys. Come on.
Oh,
But I think
beautiful.
I think that, you know, that if you are listening, I have blueprints already. It is on. I'm waiting for that call.
You got Black Prince.
Black Prince.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm even inclusive in my brainstorming. Of course, I gotta be.
For context, Pikachu is black. Please don't sue us.
No, she's
I mean,
lying.
you should have seen by his Pikachu icon.
She's lying for clout.
But also Frito-Lay, if you want to sponsor us. Although I think we're getting him really good with that Shark Week deal.
No, Frito-Lay, dude. I have actually a chip idea we can get out as soon as 2021. Okay, you know Fritos, right? I'm talking Bleedos. Let's do it. They're like Fritos, except, you know, they're inclusive. I'm waiting for that call. My pitch starts at 11 million.
But also Jersey Mike's, if you want to send us some free subs, you got that good soda at your place too.
Oh yeah, the
you
sound
should
guy
give that to,
kind of cried about it.
Because they didn't deliver.
Yeah, you should give that to the common people, please. We're thirsty.
But also, we are also going to be doing a little bit of a recap and a little bit of something new. We're going to be doing an indie game kind of recap, touching on something that we talked about before.
I believe episode 2, was it?
Was it episode 2 or 3?
I think it was.
I would think
it was
for-
one.
I think it was 3.
I think
Yeah, I think it
I
was
think it was 3. It was that 3-hour-long one where we talked about
Yeah.
Yick and
Yandere
Yandere
Deaf.
You can guess which one of the two that we're going to be talking about again.
Oh, boy.
And we're also going to be talking about a little game that isn't out at all, and that we've... Well, the other game also isn't out at all, but...
Oh, yeah, neither of them are. Let's be real.
It was episode 3.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But we... Should we just jump on in, or should I just say the names of the two games so that people know what they're...
I think we're gonna start with the
main
very first one,
tea.
the one that needs some introduction, because the last one, you know,
Needs
really
no
doesn't need any.
introduction.
It's all just tea. So we're gonna start with
It's
that
all
one.
just tea. It's all just in a glass.
Yeah, it's all
Slurp, slurp.
perhaps a
slurp.
chalice. Listen.
Fancy chalice, if you may. What is a what do people use to drink its chalices? I feel like it's something white. I don't think it's milk.
I would sincerely hope it is. I think that's as far as we can go.
I hope it would be milk. Slurp, slurp. Gotta get me some of that milk chalice.
Calcium chalice. We're gonna
Calcium
call it
chalice.
that.
We're gonna have strong bones.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, let's reel it back in. So,
Oh man.
this first game that we are going to be talking about, we tabled as a group at PMX in 2018.
Oh, we're doing this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're doing this
okay.
one first.
Oh, yeah.
Jen, we discussed this.
I thought it was 20. Yeah,
It
2018.
was 2018. We tabled at PMX, which was honestly no shade towards PMX itself. There was a lot of logistical issues.
Yeah, they
scheduled-
really did get rooked. It's
and
really
scheduled at the same time as LA Comic-Con that year, and so nobody came out.
Yeah, it was
So,
very, very
it was
few.
It was pretty fun. We had no sleep the whole
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had to
I slept
drive.
under the table.
Yeah, she did. We had to drive out from where we were every day because we couldn't justify getting a hotel room for ourselves because of just the drive wasn't the worst. But we were also super exhausted. And then on the last day as we were packing up, there were these flyers all around that were talking about this
Visual novel.
this visual novel that was going to be coming out that was having a Kickstarter, and it's called Ethereal Pulse.
And
My goodness.
just just a bit early, but we gotta pour out a sip for it because it's no longer available.
Yeah, they
They
did not reach their goal.
They did not
at all,
pour it out.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Pour one out.
And I
For the
think
homies that we miss.
the trailer Kickstarter is still up, the video, but most of the concept art and GIFs got deleted off the creators'
Oh no, our
Facebook.
Our sound guy pulled up pictures again.
Oh
Yeah.
god! Oh god!
Okay, what first drew us to it was it's
Oh wait! We should probably give a summary of it.
unique. Well, what drew me to the flyer first was it's
Unique?
art
Well,
style.
yeah, because when I got it, dude,
the nicest way to put it. Unique.
Yeah, because when I got it, I was just like, huh? Because I know it was probably because like the sleep exhaustion. I was like, huh? Because I remember actually physically holding that flyer. I don't know where it is.
Were you actually handed it out by someone? Because I found one on the floor.
I found
had
one on
one.
a table.
Yeah.
Like they just had a table, no one occupied. I think it was abandoned one too.
Okay,
and they were just thrown on
the
there.
floor. I need to emphasize, mine was that I picked up was on the floor, and I think that makes it a little more special to me personally.
The one
Like,
I found,
it's
it was
here.
with a stack. So I'm just like, that's probably
was the
not
stack on the floor.
It was
With the stack also there.
on the floor.
But like,
No, but it should have been.
where do we start with?
Okay.
This? Do I start with like the synopsis, basically?
Yeah, the synopsis.
So the synopsis, this dude, look at this dude. He
Of course.
runs his family clinic essentially, and his entire thing was that because of that, he's essentially set, but he hasn't really found love yet. But there are like people that are around him that become part of his life in different ways, and the entire through line or the real grasp of this is he wants to find love in order to capture its ethereal pulse.
No, that's what he was looking for. The ethereal pulse.
Yeah.
Also, I think he's a cardiologist.
He's a cardiologist.
No, he's a cardiologist.
We need to mention the fact that he's a cardiologist because it makes the pulse part more
The thing about him too, it was like he was like since he was like a cardiologist, he was like set on it, so he like always studied, went to university, didn't have time to make friends because I gotta be studying.
Yeah,
and then he's thrown into the thing, and he's all like, "How do I communicate to people?"
Yeah,
which is like,
oh geez,
if you're a doctor,
but also if you're a doctor, you kind of
need to learn to talk to people.
He's like, I can't talk to people. You're running a family clinic. You have to talk to people.
It was legit all set up.
My God. Well, all right. So it's a visual novel. You know, click and talk, whatever. Those three gores, and if I remember our nicknames for them, one was
legit Fluttershy.
Yeah,
Fluttershy.
You have to understand. Yellow dress, pink hair.
Hell.
Come on,
and
dude.
she was also.
If you've seen people cosplay Fluttershy, that's who it was.
Like a Gajinka of a pony.
And she also had green eyes, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
literally just Fluttershy.
And her stuff had flower themed stuff to it too, I think, if I remember correctly.
I think I thought she worked at a daycare.
no, I don't think.
Oh my gosh, wait, I see the picture. Wait.
What?
I saw the picture of the visual novel video.
It's just bruh. I'm not. It's just.
We had Fluttershy.
It was Fluttershy.
There was Chloe.
Oh yeah, bootleg Chloe.
Astray.
Except her personality was like, what was it, Tsundere or something?
I believe it was pink blue. Fluttershy, not Chloe, and then it was purple. Like, do we have a name for purple?
I can't remember.
I think we gave her a name because her personality was like rip off of someone.
Oh, I see. Cause like just the thing that draws a person in is the way something looks. Now,
it's just not something, it's everything.
Well, to be fair, as long as the story is fantastic, you don't necessarily need those pieces. It's kind of just like dressing on a cake. However, the way that the main character comes off is very not main character-y. So when you have the story one way, and then the characters look as they do, it just really kind of throws you off.
So basically the way the characters look, and the first thing I thought of was, okay, this is obviously not professional, and they literally have the excuse of DeviantArt, but this is just my style.
They literally, and they were, apparently when people would, like, give critiques because he posted about it on forums, he'd always be like, well, people just, don't like, realistic styles and this and this and this.
Yeah.
And like, I think someone said that, oh, my style's just too realistic for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you look at the style, it is very much not realistic. And again, I'm not one to be like, your art is, like, terrible, don't draw again, because I want to be encouraging when it comes to other artists, because I will look at my own art and be like, you should never draw again. But, like, dude needs definitely to, like, or chick, I don't know if it's a bad.
Like,
but they need to really seriously, like, take criticism. It's our same argument that we had, that we're probably going to have in a little bit.
Just take criticism.
Take criticism and grow from it. And if your project didn't get funded, one, look at the people's comments of why they didn't fund it and learn from that. Two, keep going at it if you can, just in little increments. Because he's still doing creative. I keep saying he, because I'm assuming the creator's a guy for some reason.
It's very. I don't think it's.
I don't know why I'm assuming the creator's a guy.
I'm like looking at some of his newer
still,
art, and he has improved a bit, which is great. But
yeah, they even added a cat girl to the mix.
Oh no, that's a new thing. That's a new thing. Very he moved on.
Oh,
that's why I said that Ethereal Pulse the trailers up, but like most of the stuff got deleted, and he's moving on. Oh, they're moving on to a new project. But the thing about Ethereal Pulse was someone also pointed out. I think another reason people didn't like it was because apparently the developer spammed the Kickstarter onto, like, he would go onto forums, create threads about his Kickstarter and stuff, and then people would be like, hey dude, can you not, and then he would delete the thread or something. But that's another reason, which I'm just like, that is one way to advertise, but at the same time that could get annoying.
Yeah, like, I can see, you know, when you gotta, what do we call it in the business? It's hustling. Yeah. We would call it hustling. There is an art to the hustle. But it's
I believe it's called
but no,
hustle.
yes, indeed. I gotta get that bread. Nah, mean.
Oh,
gross!
So I totally understand it. Sometimes you just got to promote yourself. I understand that, but you know, as Professor Oak said, there's a time and a place for everything, but not then. So, but you were saying? I didn't mean to cut you off because it sounded like you were
I found a Reddit thread about it, and they were saying about how
You read it?
Oh, okay. All right. So this actually changes everything. All right, they said that apparently the creator, who was also the artist, apparently they got a professional UI designer, layout designer, basically, a fairly experienced background artist, and apparently they hired their kid sibling to do the character art after drawing them the how-to manga, which is, that's nice and all, but then I also remember seeing, like, the character models in the nude. So that's kind of concerning.
That's even more sus.
I don't know about that one now.
I feel like that's just an excuse of passing off bad art as, oh, my little blank did it. You know?
You can't be mad about it now, because if you are, you're a jerk. I don't know about that one, honestly.
Are you watching the video again?
No, because like the entire thing that I wanted to stress was that it was between a teacher, a childhood friend, and it was
a model.
Yeah. I just wanted to.
I think the Fluttershy was the teacher. Bootleg Chloe was the model.
Model, and then the purple one was the childhood friend.
Also, I would very much recommend that you look up on the Kickstarter for Ethereal Pulse.
Yeah,
it's not there, but
video. If you find there is a Reddit post that has it on r/visual novels that you can go through to find the original video. Watch it for yourself.
Yeah. Draw your own conclusions.
Trust us.
Oh, at the same time,
it's a very fun time when you have no sleep and are driving home
on the
from
freeway.
a very, very tiring convention.
Do you remember, like, the hype it was? Because we were watching at the very end, and we were like, let me guess, it's going to say Ethereal Pulse, and it did. It did, and I were like,
I was driving, and I was taking streets. We were on the streets. Every time we stopped at a red light, you guys would show me more awful, like, art.
Yeah. it was, oh boy, it's,
Oh,
so, really, for the future endeavors, I hope it pans out better than Ethereal Pulse did, but
And
goodness, what a memory.
I'm
Keep
watching
working to improve your art,
Okay.
but
Always continue to improve. Yeah.
Kazuma Kana, that's the bootleg. Chloe Miyatamoto Momo, that's the bootleg Fluttershy. Oh, God.
Yatamoto Tomo? Moto?
And she
likes
tried
them
to.
big.
I'm like, okay, I'm watching the video.
Oh,
and I remember,
she done it too. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
okay.
She
But
like
now-
them big. She like them chunky.
She like the
She
big,
like
like the-
'em round. She like 'em plumpy. Plumpy. I just want to be the hype man in the back. That needs to be an animal. It wasn't complete, but hey, you say it double. I think we're off track. You're huge.
In
I'm
order
sorry.
to aid others, you
Oh,
must
shoot
force.
now,
Oh,
Zach.
I see.
Oh, the Fluttershy works in a flower shop, so I guess the
Ah.
childhood friend is the teacher,
Okay.
and then
okay.
Chloe's the bootleg Chloe's. the
Yeah,
model.
yeah. bootleg
But-
Chloe, okay.
I'm just rewatching this, and I don't know if I should throw on a warning about slight body horror, because the moment you see the characters in movement,
yeah,
I felt like I was
yeah.
in Silent Hill. The way they move, I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to pay for my sins. The way they move,
Pyramid
pyramid
head.
heels for the marketing Oni.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Yeah, I forgot
Uh,
totally about that. Oh
yeah,
no.
the gifts of how they move and the legs, like
It's very stiff.
You know what
yeah.
that also vaguely makes me think of? Remember when we watched the first Barbie movie, the Nutcracker one, and they were just like breaking their legs everywhere. and all the
Oh,
Oh
way?
yeah.
goodness. Yeah, it's like baby's first moving the model. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Gosh, I'm trying to get.
Gosh, Barbie the Nutcracker's a really good movie though.
I'm trying to.
Are you about to say we're gonna do a Barbie one?
I would love that.
Oh my god, we're gonna do drama in the Kickstarter. Drama the Kickstarter, drama in the Nutcracker.
Oh goodness, yeah. To see the social commentary of Barbie. That's what.
Gosh, I'm trying to find more of the Ethereal Pulse because I want to redraw the art. Now,
I see what you
like-
mean.
pour a sip out for you. You did your best.
Yeah.
And
rest in
hope-
peace.
Let's host to
Ethereal
Ethereal
Pulse.
Pulse for that surreal nighttime experience.
Yeah.
You know what? You achieved one thing with that Kickstarter. You gave us a very, very good time on the way home from
You
PMS.
did.
And we
Yeah,
appreciate
dude.
you for that.
You can't take that away.
will be in our minds and in our hearts.
Forever.
And good luck to your future project
It
about
may
the
have-
cat girl school girl thing.
I hope that your art continues to improve. Keep
Yeah.
working at it,
like-
my dude.
Yeah.
The art of the cat girl looks actually kind of decent.
See,
Mhm.
keep going. You know what? I've done things in making a comic online that I drew very poorly. But you know what? We grow and learn. You can look back on your old art and be like, but then remember, it was a growing step.
Ethereal Pulse may have stopped, but I hope you keep marching to the beat of your own heart.
Aww.
There we go.
And learn to take criticism.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
one. That's gonna save you, dude. Or
And don't make up lies
Whoever.
that your little sibling did it when.
Yeah, dude, just accept it, okay?
yeah, dude, we all do. We all have those L's. Not saying you got to take an L because there's already like 2 L's in Ethereal Pulse. But no, it's totally fine. Is what I'm saying.
Oh god,
It is
I'm
okay.
I'm on the Twitter and they seem like a really nice guy. Oh, yeah, they support other people. That's great.
See, so good luck in the
Speaking
future.
of someone who doesn't support other people.
Speaking of bad luck in the future.
Speaking of a game that's never gonna be done, just
You
like
know what?
Ethereal
I
Pulse.
actually need to start this off with
Oh.
an apology. I am so sorry for being so light and kind to Yandere Dev in that episode. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why. I was
It's
like
okay.
trying to encourage him. Maybe I was just feeling like, maybe this guy's misunderstood. I thought for a second that I had gotten into his brain and been like, nah, he's not really an evil person.
You
maybe
think-
he's just like,
you
maybe
think-
he just
You
can't
thought you
handle.
understood the coding in his brain.
And you switched the statements, didn't you? Yeah, no, very, very lenient. I want to throw an apology too. really should have went in because oh my goodness, I am so sorry, guys. Man.
We were just so optimistic, so full of hope. We had high standards, and now we pay the cost for having those high standards.
God.
And just a
What you mean
just
regular?
just a regular standard.
Just regular standards,
We
like
had high
having a
hopes.
game
High
done.
hopes.
High hopes and regular standards.
Yeah. Oh
Ugh.
boy. Because now it's time for the dragging. So, do you want to start this one?
And
or...
just a quick shout out before we do start. Trigger warning. We do mention some. I wouldn't say some triggering stuff, of course.
Like, very disturbing.
They're very
stuff.
disturbing.
It's not gonna be like words used, but they're just disturbing things that are gonna be described as this unfolds. That
we might
not
actually
be good
use the
for,
straight
like,
up words though.
We might, but I'm not sure if it's gonna like get to that point. We're giving you ample time now to be ready for it or to like to leave because there's gonna be like an end
We'll
card
give a
stuff.
heads out. Heads
So,
up.
yeah. If that's not for you, we'll see you at the end, but this is the warning.
Go ahead and time warp if you have to. All right.
Alright. So, Yandere Simulator. Let's talk about its main problem.
The dev
The
himself.
dev
Yandere
You
Dev.
dev.
The guy who
AKA
sounds
Yander.
like this because he's making a game and you wouldn't get it.
The
And
one
the
with
guy-
the voice that I have to watch double speed or else I'll fall asleep and die.
And the guy who has been working on this game for like 6 years and cannot pronounce Yandere-chan.
Yandere Chan. Do you know how much that just
Yandere
drills
Chan.
into my brain when I heard that? Dude, at least be able to pronounce the title. That is like the main thing of an author, of a
Oof.
creator of
Oof.
anything. If you can't pronounce the words in the title, don't use the words in the title. It's just, I don't, that's literally, that if you heard that explosion, that was like a brainstem snapping. Mine, actually.
Oh boy, well do we start.
So, like, honestly, dude, it has taken so long, and you were, it was the, which episode did we do a little, it was a little jab, but this is like a complete uppercut, because, like,
Oh.
you were with us last time when it was mentioned this build of Yandere Simulator isn't the final one. It's
It's
kind
not
of
even
like,
its final form.
It's not even its first form. Well, it's kind of the
Just
first
like
form.
the alpha. He has been working on the alpha of the game.
For this long, it has not proceeded to beta yet. It has not even come the slightest close to being the final build of the game.
For context to anyone who doesn't know what an alpha version of the game or anything like that, alpha is the first like basic level that you don't build on top of. It's just like a layout to show what you want to do.
Isn't basically a placeholder?
Yeah, it's essentially like
placeholders,
placeholder assets. Some things don't work because they're not implemented. It's literally to place things where they are meant to be to fill them in later. That's when betas come in. Now they're getting more of an idea of what they want to put in the game. Some things are being utilized. Some things, kind of broken, but they'll be patched in and they'll be fixed. Because that's what the beta is for, to run it, to see what can be broken so that it can be fixed before the final build. That is the version of the game you will be playing. That's it. It is essentially done at that point. So just in case you needed a rundown of the alpha build, the beta build, and then the final version of the game.
I guess he may be considering the alpha build as that basic one where you just the ladies all stood around and you just had to kill them.
Yeah,
I think the game that he's doing now is built off of that specific thing.
And built off of stolen assets. But continue.
You mean those assets that were specifically made for Yandere Simulator? Because they were specifically made for Yandere Simulator?
So specific.
And so if
that's for later.
Yeah, that's for later.
It does.
So, yeah, they're so unique. You can find them in the Unity store and just use them.
And
that is how
some
unique.
Of them stolen from DeviantArt, or am I wrong on this?
There was a rumor.
Okay.
It's a rumor.
It was a rumor, but I don't think it's been confirmed or not.
So on for that much, it can't really be said. But no, assets. What is unique actually about Yandere Simulator? What is unique about this thing? And it's not like he understands the concept. Oh, I guess we're gonna get to the concept of a yandere later, but I think should we roll out again what a yandere is, since we're at the very beginning of going into this tear?
Well, since Yandere Dev doesn't seem to know, I think we should tell everyone so that they
we
can
should
figure it
explain.
out.
All right, so a yandere, it's a portmanteau of yanderu, which means to twist, and then dere, which is to be lovey-dovey. Now, when you put these two together, you would get someone who is very lovey-dovey, but however, when certain circumstances or certain things get between them and the person they love, that's when the twist, that's when the psychoticness comes out in a character. You may recognize these traits in characters like Yuno Gasai.
Oh yeah, the queen.
Just to run through this again, what other yanderes? I mean, I know I would... Yuri
the one
from Doki Doki Literature Club would be considered a yandere in a sense.
Monica also can technically be considered.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yes.
There's also, the girl from School Days.
Oh, Kotonoha.
Kotonoha,
School Days, yes. Okay. So we're just laying the groundwork once again. That is what a yandere is, by definition. Now, where does Ayano, because I keep forgetting her name because the game's never coming out, so I'm just going to call her, Yandere-chan. Because...
You can, because, what's-his-face still does.
Right?
Yeah, he does.
He definitely does, and she has a name, but whatever. The reason why she's not necessarily classified as that is because the actual core of the character, the portmanteau, it's not really played upon with those tropes, because
it isn't.
Like, sure, yandere can be thought of as a played out trope, but you can do some interesting things with it. It's not just a one and done sort of thing, because I'm starting to get into making some yanderes as of recently, and there's a lot of different stuff you could do, aren't they?
Yeah, like they're so fun. You can make them unique and stuff. You can make them cunning, like Monica. Yeah, she's smart. Yeah. She's intelligent. She knows how to throw you off.
Yeah, she
Sayori
does.
Is still best girl.
Sayori is definitely.
Over here is I guess spoiler is basically considered a god.
Yeah, depending on the ending, he does become a god, so...
School Days...
Yeah,
I think that's like a...
Kotono is just extremely unhinged, though, but there is a definite sort of, unhinged cleverness. It's like a warped cleverness.
Isn't the yandere girl in, Wow, can I really not think of the name? Corpse Party?
A yandere corpse party.
I don't think so.
Well, there was the dude, but I think he was more unhinged.
Most simplest Yanderella. It's a RPG game. It's like you can literally beat it in 15 minutes. That's a basic yandere.
Alright.
Okay, so the problem with Ayano being a yandere is, first of all, instead of basically, being a yandere, the thing and it's still an issue to me, is Yandere Dave gave her this dumb story where in the family, of course, the generics, they're a matriarch chick, and for every woman in the family, she's basically emotionless, and she can't feel emotions at all. She has no emotions. She's basically just boring. And
that's code for a boring character.
The moment she finds the guy that she loves, the senpai, she suddenly feels emotions, and that's why she has to be a senpai, because he made her feel emotions.
And you're totally right, Jen. The first thing about that in her being the yandere characters, you don't have to explain the trope. They can just be that character, and your audience would recognize, that's the yandere character. There's a character in Idolmaster, I believe, who is a yandere. She's one of the best ones, but I am just saying.
I think that you don't need to explain the reasoning behind someone being a yandere in the beginning.
Yeah,
you really don't. You're actually wasting time.
And then also in the beginning, I think it ruins any sort of character depth that you could have. Also, Mikan Sumiki is technically a yandere in Danganronpa. In Danganronpa 2.
The bandage one?
Yeah.
Oh! The bandage one, yeah.
Yeah. And Toga from...
Toga from My Hero Academia.
She's portrayed as by fans, she's portrayed as
but she's not really one.
Yeah, she just needs blood to do her stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't think, but the thing once again, just laying out, it makes it more pretentious rather than it's just a character you build off of. Oh, one of the greatest. How could I forget? I know we keep going back to it, but if you haven't heard of a game called My Harem Heaven is actually Yandere Hell, look it up. It actually still gives me the heebie-jeebies to this day. You want to talk about unsettling? Oh my goodness. I know Verdalish JP, she speaks Japanese and she was like translating the game. I'm not sure if she's doing that anymore, but that's the person I used to watch. Just sub to her channel because she's awesome and you should do that. But dude, how could I forget that game? Whew, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
talk
also
about
Yandere's-
Yandere's done right. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yandere's also aren't limited to just females. It can be male or any gender.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Now I think about it too. I'm like, he does create Yandere-kun, but like, there's really nothing about Yandere-kun.
Yeah.
Because now I think about that, doesn't make sense because the whole Ayana thing is that it's like family genetics is a matriarch and that it affects the women's and stuff.
Yeah,
but if
so Yandere-kun can't exist because he
won't-
existing is a plot hole.
Yeah, he can't have that genetic thing that makes them feel no emotion.
See, that's why you don't. He course corrected so hard he went off the other side.
You know what I just remembered too? This is a little off topic of what we're going through, but I was reading through his frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was, are you gonna put any LGBTQ representation
Oh, yeah.
in the game? And he's like, I may make some characters like that, but if I do, I won't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Then
Then what's the whole point?
then what's the entire point? You can just make character. See, that's the I don't know.
I honestly feel like that's like he just added that, so if like someone accuses his game of being anti-LGBT, they'll be like,
See,
no,
look,
because
no, I have a good
no, you can't.
He can pull a
See?
J.K. Rowling on it.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, write
oh,
it backwards
so
into a
true.
character. Because so the very, very base blocks of this character is already wrong. So now imagine building a game around a misconception of a trope, and you get this game. And I can't say you get this game because you're never gonna get this game because like just how you play the game is because we were watching. Are we gonna go forward from the basic blocks to like
Let's
the
do it.
specific pieces?
Let's do it.
Are we gonna talk about snap mode then?
Oh. Okay, so I've been following Yonder Simulator since the beginning of the development, and one thing that he always teased us about was snap mode. So basically, ever since the game until March 2020, when he finally revealed what snap mode was, he hinted around and danced around about at the game over screen times, there was a thing that says snap mode, and it's like bloody red letters, and it's like, oh, what's snap mode? Because like most Yanderies, you know, they're sweet and stuff, but the moment they snap, they become murderous. They plot stuff. They do killing all for their senpai or whatever.
Yeah.
Attack. So we're over here like, well, what's snap mode? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna be? What's gonna happen? And the other dev was all like, you'll see. You'll find out. Don't worry about it. So he...
Yes, you'll see. You will find out later. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm making it up as I go along.
Yeah, you're supposed to be doing the hand signal of drinking out of a chalice, Matt.
Of course.
A chalice. So he's been dancing around, giving hints. Ooh, snap mode. We're over here like, what's snap mode?
Oh.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Finally, snap mode. It's March 2020.
Woo!
Snap mode released. The hype is real.
Yeah. And it was?
It was complete edgy garbage.
Yeah, literally.
Like, okay, he was like, I don't want Yonder Simulator to be an edgy game. I want it to be like a high stealth game, like Hitman. I want it to have the WoW technology, like Metal Gear Solid. Snap mode! Just completely. It was awful. It's edgy. It's disappointing. So basically, snap mode, when you finally snap, which, by the way, apparently it can only be unleashed if Senpai catches you with a knife or something.
Yeah, or like with a murder weapon.
With a murder
It only
weapon.
happens when you game over
currently.
him.
Quote unquote.
Currently.
Currently.
You, Ayano, into Snap Mode, in which these black and red filters come on the screen.
On the screen, yeah.
And,
it's the edgiest thing.
She, like, God, you guys need to watch the video.
And she can't
so
run
good.
anymore because if she runs, she like blinks and it's like static. So
Yeah,
it's like Jason Voorhees,
She
except
becomes
not.
Slender Man, which is an actual Easter egg. But,
Oh, goodness.
oh yeah, Jason. I was inspired by Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, you know. Oh, come on. At least when that game, when it happens, there's actually like suspense and stuff.
Yes,
And
because that's what the game is. But Yandere Simulator, she goes screen towards red and evil. She doesn't care about her reputation and stuff.
So she can
Time
just murder everyone.
basically slows down.
She walks out. I am the tallest of mountains.
Yeah, I
am
am the darkest of days. Yeah, the toughest of terrors. I am the darkest of days. I'm the last man standing. Don't try to stand in my way, cause I've been up against better. Just take a look at my face. I'm sorry.
Oh god, but she basically walks around, and any student, she's able to just kill them right away. Immediately. And she's basically doing this, and the whole goal is that you have to find a weapon, and if you have a weapon, you have to kill Senpai.
If you don't have it, the game will like blink you to a weapon.
Yeah, basically. Basically there's a timer.
To a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a timer. So basically, the more you progress in Snap Mode, the screen becomes black or red or and stuff until it turns into TV static. And then once the static fills up all the screen, you're just instantly teleported to either a knife or Senpai. So basically, you don't even have to walk around Snap Mode. You can just wait for it. Yeah, you can stay there.
Blink you to a
and
weapon.
then the moment she has a weapon or whatever, and she's with Senpai, she kills Senpai. And then, all right, and this is gonna be a triggering warning again. She turns the knife onto herself. Notice that I say she turns the knife onto herself because you, as a player, you don't get no input. I mean, you could press X so she can stab herself in the throat, but you literally don't have to press the button because she'll do it either way.
Will just complete the action on its own.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the whole like crushing and killing and stomping, the whole Warhammer 40k thing sounds interesting, except it's the same animation over and over. The only difference is that they get faster. There's no like interesting like kill animations, since you're in a room. Fatality. Yeah, you can like take something in a room and just bash someone like this. There's no variation, is what I'm saying.
There isn't. And
as a part of gameplay.
And that's also an issue, is because, alright, so in this Snap Mode, she just instantly kills the students. And that's another thing. So throughout all the other videos, he talks about like how all the students are unique, those clubs and stuff, the martial art clubs, they're fighters, they can stop you. The delinquents club, they carry weapons, they can beat you. The student council carries pepper spray, and they also know martial arts, so they can defeat Yandere. The teachers and all the adults are trained to handle students and stuff.
Yeah.
No, in Snap Mode, Yandere could just magically kill everyone. Nobody resists, nobody runs away.
And he says that nobody runs away like it's a feature, and not like he's going full like Bethesda. This is a feature.
Oh my god.
Feature or glitch?
Wait.
Yes.
What's up?
What if Yandere Dev is Bethesda?
You take his mask off and he's Todd Howard.
He's Todd Howard.
You take it off and he's Todd Howard, and Yandere Sim was just a ploy to get us to buy Skyrim again.
He snaps his fingers, the game becomes Skyrim, and now you're playing it.
Oh no, that's what the true ending of Yonder Simulator is.
It goes static in the thing, and it goes to black, and then
you're finally awake. Oh my god, this
that
is
would be the deepest
lore. He had us buffooned this entire time. He knew exactly what he was doing.
The game was rigged from the start because the game was Skyrim.
Sorry, I had to laugh really, really loud at the idea of Yandere Dev knowing what he's doing. I'm sorry for these personal attacks, but like genuinely.
Speaking of personal attacks, what about the Game Sleuth?
There's more stuff.
Like he's made me go from like nice, polite Chibi to angy Chibi. And
she angy.
I'm angy.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
So Game Sleuth, go on about it.
So essentially, were you done with the
I was just gonna say about what was I gonna say about Snap Mode? It's edgy.
It's
bad. You have no input. And the best thing about the Snap Mode video was how he was like, but it might be considered too edgy. Bro, your entire game was edgy from the start.
Yeah, no, like, because you could, like, one of the things that he had,
it's just
thought up was that she's arrested by the police, and if she, like, through snap mode. She could like take a gun and then shoot the police, break free and stuff, and then use the gun because she has she returned the weapon on herself because she has no will to live. But like literally, if the cops also had guns, you could just take the ammo. But whatever.
Oh wait, no, but that was another thing too. So basically, Yandere kills Senpai because if she can't have him, no one else can have him, which is a Yandere thing. That's probably the most Yandere thing she has ever said and done.
Yeah.
But Matt actually brought up a really better idea involving Senpai.
Yeah. So if she is going off of the arrested thing, she takes the gun, gets the ammo, and actually, if you must,
even the
end
knife,
that
too.
way. I'm sorry.
Even the knife too.
Even the knife. Yeah. So if it must be that way, she could. The first idea was either get Senpai and use him as a human shield with the knife, or if the snap mode is going to end in you doing that anyway, just grab him and you also have the gun, so you pretty much figure out the rest. So like there are ways of making it more player intuitive that you have something to do in snap mode, because literally at that point in the game it plays itself. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you really don't.
You don't even have to run.
You literally auto kill the people that are next to you.
Yeah. So with the same animations, I don't get. That's not how you play a game.
It's okay. It doesn't matter that the same animations, because once you kill them, it speeds up every single time.
Yeah.
It
you
speeds
just
up.
go through. Yeah.
Which is like basically gives you a seizure from how fast it's going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's honestly just a huge disappointment of snap mode, is how overhyped it was, and it's literally just an edgy thing that the player doesn't even get to control.
Honestly, breaking out of police custody, that would be too edgy. Really?
You say as Yonder is able to slaughter adults and students and nobody hesitates to like run away or call the cops.
They probably should, because time isn't stopped.
And
it's her perception of reality that's warped. That's not the same thing.
Like, when it came to snap mode, I honestly thought what it would be was that Yandere would no longer, she doesn't care about her reputation, but I thought, honestly, she would have just straight up kidnapped Senpai at that point and basically forced him to love her.
Because I thought that was like a bunker you could put him in or something.
Yeah, she has a basement and she's home alone, so.
So if you're gonna do anything, grab him and then blink to the bunker or whatever, if you really wanted to do that.
I mean, Jason kind of does that.
So... Right? So if we're stealing things from better things like
might as
Hitman
well.
and Metal Gear.
And sometimes there's better things that steal things from worse. Well, not steal, but that's also further out.
You can't steal things that aren't there. But yeah, the Game Sleuth.
Snap mode over next thing.
Overhyped waste of time. The Game Sleuth. So Yandere Dev has this wonderful thing called not being able to take criticism. Which, by the way, if you were a creative type making anything, don't do that.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that on like the previous episode, how Yandere Dev said that criticism isn't needed.
Yeah, we did a whole long rant about criticism.
No, this was like last week, like the last episode. Yeah. We did the tea of the week.
So you can see it's a running theme then. So, and it got to the point where he had threatened the Gaming Sleuth's channel with takedown if he had not rescinded on his criticisms in the videos of Yandere Dev, which he acquiesced sadly in order to keep his channel. However, he went a step further, and the commenters who could see through this, he wrote hid their buried their comments
in Game Sleuth, in the description he actually had to write stuff like, oh, I was actually making this all for the drama, I'm a loser. I don't think he said a loser, but basically, oh, I just made this up all for the drama and
all
stuff.
Of that, so it was
Yandere Dev is a good person and stuff. And I'm doing this for my own choice. He did nothing to do.
Definitely not coerced at all.
Definitely, he basically Game Sleuth had to write down descriptions. And then if you look on the comments of the videos, you would see people saying stuff like, oh, Yandere Dev forced him to do this and stuff. And for comments that were similar in that nature, the Game Sleuth would like it. He wouldn't reply, but he would like it. So it's just most likely that was his way of telling
the truth, that he was his hand was forced. So you could see that Yandere Dev has no qualms but tried to take away an entire channel from who, as far as we know, is his only source of a thing to do. Not that I'm saying it is, but you have to look at it from this way. A lot of people do their entire YouTube channels are their thing. If you take that away, you're taking away essentially their livelihood. And he has no problem ending someone else's livelihood when he is making, and I want to make sure everyone understands this, $1,956 a month on his Patreon from 574 patrons.
And just so you guys are aware, before, I think the highest point, I want to say it was either 9,000 or 5,000 was the highest. And then, ever since, like, the whole Yandere stuff's been released, it dropped down to, like, 3,000.
It dropped.
It dropped because of all the drama and stuff. It dropped,
but it's still not zero. And anyone who's monetarily supporting him that may be coming across this, please
just drop it.
We beg you to stop, because genuinely, you're just feeding into this man's like
his ego and this idea of that.
He's spending it on stuff that isn't important. He has 2 Switches now.
Yeah.
He streams video games all the time. And
he doesn't do anything because he's answering emails. We'll continue.
Oh, yeah.
And during this whole time, like, I'm not saying that your time during the quarantine or anything had to be productive. It is completely understandable to have not done anything productive during this time because of any sort of, like, ill feelings or anything like that, any sort of uncertainties or just not feeling up to it. We haven't been feeling up to doing
Dude,
things.
honestly,
yeah.
Wasn't it a Animal Crossing character that said, hey, if you enjoyed the time you wasted, it's not a waste of time.
Exactly.
So you don't have to be doing anything.
Exactly. But it's the fact that he's been being paid to do this. And I've been thinking about this specific point of working during the quarantine about this for a very long time. Like, for, like, at least, like, the first time that we brought this up to be a possibility to be talked about again. Because if I was being paid to work on something right now during this time, I would have done it. No matter how I was feeling, because I would make that a priority, because people are paying me and expecting me to do the thing. If I got a commission during these past few weeks and stuff like that, or like the past, 2 or 3 months?
3.
However
It's actually
long
3. It's been about 3.
Oh my god!
I mean, we're still in March, so it's
3,
okay.
4 months maybe.
It felt like forever.
It feels like not gonna turn in here.
But like, if I was commissioned for something, I would have done it even when I didn't feel like drawing, because I'm being paid and people are expecting something of me, and that's the thing. And also, if he was feeling some sort of way, he should have gone and sought help in some way, which again is something we always advocate for.
I mean, it's sorry, but like I do feel like it is kind of hard to find help when everything was shut down. But still, like, even so,
like online stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you can call in.
Or you can call, there's hotlines, you can reach out to people that care about you and tell them that you're not feeling up to it.
I know he has friends and family.
And, like, the other thing is, too, I remember you said that you read something where someone suggested that he go to therapy.
Yeah.
And he said that it would take too much time away from working on the game.
It would slow him down on the game. Are you serious?
Which, like, no.
No.
Priorities,
like,
man.
In order...
Make your mental health, and if it was something like a physical illness, I don't know if he would have prioritized it. I don't know who he is, but a lot of people tend to prioritize physical illnesses over mental things. But even so, like,
it's mental health is important.
It's not a
Very
waste
important.
of time when it's your own, like...
It's your own,
another
like...
thing,
and I
too...
think the one thing, one of the bigger things that I have as a problem with that is the thought of someone else looking up to him and seeing that and taking that as an advice of, well, no, it would take too much time away from me.
Because Yandere Dev said it would be a waste of time to,
Get
check where I
therapy.
am mentally, so I'm not gonna do it because he's not gonna do it.
Which, by the way, it's not that hard. Speaking as someone who actually's been to a therapist, it's literally easy to make an appointment. It's usually at most an hour appointment, and you could just do it like once a week or once every 2 weeks or so.
And reaching out, there are different also. I feel like I always go off on tangents about mental health on these episodes. If you don't have insurance or anything like that, you can always shop around and find places. There are a lot of places that will do it on adjusted payment plans for people who cannot make enough money to afford it, or who don't have insurance.
Also, if you go
to
college or university, most likely, especially universities,
they
should offer free.
Yeah, for a
mental,
student.
Community colleges too.
Oh, yeah, because it's your tuition money. You're paying for like health services and stuff. So use them to your advantage. You can totally hook up with a therapist or whatever your college has.
A phone call and a schedule away to do that.
Yeah.
Too.
And that was our
mental health
episodically mental health PSA that we tend to do every time we talk about stuff. Okay.
Yeah, that was
okay,
for
other things
the Game
too.
Sleuth.
Okay, I can honestly, like, with whole quarantine stuff, like, because he did release the Snap mode in March 2020, which is around quarantine. I don't know if he ever made an announcement about, like, him saying, hey, I'm gonna take a break and stream and stuff from, like, development because, you know, everything's going on and I want to take my mind off of it. I don't know if he ever made, like, an announcement about that. If he did, I hope he would at least post it on his YouTube, but if he did it on Twitter, that's totally fine. But the thing is, too, is you can't get mad at people, like, dropping or making videos about it if you are being, like, unproductive. And again, like, if you at least show that, you know, that you're taking a break or
Show
that
that
you're
this is what
trying to get help,
yeah.
that would be better.
This is what I've done, and I'm taking a break from that. This is what my progress is right now, and you can see that. I'm going to step away for a bit, and I'll be right back.
Also, it still makes me a little bit sad that he's taken a time away, which is like, I get that. That's valid if you're going to announce and be like, hey. But it's the fact that he's still taking people's money during this time.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. You should, if you're stepping away, that should not be an income that you're using.
Or at the very least, like, make a statement and be like, hey, you...
Like, hey, stop, like, you're donating or anything like that because I'm stepping away for a bit or something
then,
like that.
You don't have to... People don't have to stop their donating if they keep wanting to. It's more in the way...
I mean,
like,
because there is a pandemic.
Yeah, like, at the very least, like, I think, like, he should have... It's not a necessity, and I think that's just more of a nitpick of saying, like, oh, he needed to make a statement about all this, at least towards the, oh, hey, don't donate to me during the pandemic type of thing, but I think more of, because it's not like he was making angry comments that people were not donating to him anymore, at least that I know of. But
I think the only comment he said about that was like people just stopped supporting him because of the clickbait YouTube videos.
No,
and the
people
other
stopped
game
supporting you for other things. Oh, and the other game. Can we get into that now?
Yeah, let's actually go into that one.
Okay, so I guess this happened like at the end of quarantine, which was around June.
Yeah, we actually mentioned it last week, didn't we? That Or last episode. That was like
last episode. Yeah.
Time is non-existent to me. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's totally fine.
Understandable. It's non-existent in Snap mode.
I just live perpetually in Snap mode.
Oh boy, you're just blinking everywhere. Oh no.
She doesn't even have a walk animation.
Stomp. She's gonna blink. She's just like gonna walk slow until she needs to blink. Then she blinks to a teacup and beats me with it. Please send help. But yeah. So speaking of people being beaten at their own game. There was a not even like a team. It was just like literally
two people.
Two people.
Yeah, literally two people who took the spaghetti codetti of what Yandere Dev was working on and essentially made the game in 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks to do this.
Can I read Yandere Dev's
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
But before we say that, so basically the remake was called Lovesick. It was by Dr. Alphys and who else?
I forget the other person, but the big one is
Dr. Alphys. He's like the head of the project and stuff. So I don't know if it was him. He was in Yonder Simulator's Discord, or if he was like a member of it, of the server.
Because I know his name, and I'm trying to not like pronounce it in a way, but it's like Dr. Ape is, but you know what?
That's how
what it sounds like. Yeah, I'm trying not to. Yeah, but the doctor, probably gonna call him that.
His icon is Crash Bandicoot as a doctor, which is so cute. It's Crash. It's the boy who needs to come to Smash. But anyway, so I don't remember if the context is that this was. If he was in the Yandere Simulator Discord or not, but basically he or Yandere Simulator Yandere Dev contact each other, and again there was some triggering stuff mentioned.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure. Once again,
warning.
If Snap mode wasn't enough for the triggering thing, because it's about to get like really heavy, I would not recommend if this is a sensitive topic to you to hang around. But we're going to
because this is really heavy stuff.
Oh, there's more than just this little part of the...
No, dude, there's like a lot of stuff.
Okay, because I'm only reading a small excerpt of it.
Yeah, you can read the small excerpt, and then I'll talk about the stuff that I remember.
Because, Yandere Dev said they didn't actually make a better game in 2 weeks. 1, they used my work as a base instead of starting from scratch. They are also using assets that were specifically created for Yonder Simulator, which they do not have permission to use.
Are you reading off his frequently asked questions, or you're reading the message?
I'm reading the message that someone sent in his Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 2, they don't have to deal with nonstop harassment and abuse, so they get to work without constant interruptions, unlike me. 3, they did gain an advantage by ripping off a pre-existing game instead of making something original, like I did.
Wow.
Was his response in his Discord.
Yeah, but that's not the part that really gets heavy.
No,
yeah, okay, but it's close to it. So, yeah, and originally also Yandere Dev had it as a frequently asked question on his website. He has since deleted it, but you can find screenshots of a line. Well, one of the questions was, did someone really make Yandere Simulator in 2 weeks? Which Chibi read the response, which no, it wasn't because it was stolen assets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, which were actually aren't they just Unity store assets?
No,
yeah,
Unity
they
store
are actually Unity store. They're not his.
So the whole,
these
models and stuff were specifically made for Yandere Simulator.
Yeah, that's
you could just buy it off of the Unity store for like $30.
Yeah, it is the thing for that. And second, they're saying it's they can't because they stole a concept, and that's why I'm saying you can't steal something that is 0% done.
Right? And
so that doesn't work.
What was the more to this?
Oh, okay. So the whole you can find screenshots of Yandere Dev and Dr. Alfie's conversation on Discord, but Yandere Dev was basically saying about like how those assets and like the asset stores has 80 animations and Yandere Simulator has 40 animations. So technically he was saying that you basically stored the animations for Yandere Simulator, in which Dr. Alfie's, he does kind of admit it, but he also says that they're gonna change the models and everything, and that he has volunteers that are gonna do the new animations, so that so the game was originally called Lovesick, but now it's been changed to Love Letter, My True Feelings, which, by the way, the pro tag is really cute. But so Dr. Alfie's was basically assuring to Yandere Dev that they're not going to use any of his models, they're not going to use his animations, everything's going to be completely original and stuff, and that they have volunteers helping with them. Yandere Dev, who feels entitled at this point, says, oh, those volunteers wouldn't be helping you, they would be helping me. If people weren't making bad videos, clickbait YouTube videos about me and ruining my reputation, that volunteer work would have gone to me. And he's just so entitled. And it's like, these people chose to help Dr. Alphys and his crew. And Yandere Dev is pissed about that.
Didn't Yandere Dev also do a thing that you're very much not supposed to do? And that is very true on Twitter.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
The thing that
he basically trigger warning. You can skip past like maybe like 30 seconds to not hear what I'm gonna say.
I can say it if you want to.
Yeah.
Go ahead. One of the huge things about this huge debacle between Yandere Dev and the Doctor was the development of Lovesick was also a hamper on his state of life and I quote, the Yandere Dev actually said, and I'm being very serious about this, if you don't want to hear this, it's very, very triggering. Please step away for like a few moments. He had made the statement that he was going to kill himself over the development of Lovesick because it had affected him so profoundly that it brought him to that point. And I think that alone was one of the catalysts to get Lovesick to change its name.
I think it was, but basically, I also think because Lovesick was originally going to be, like, the more serious mode of Yandere Simulator, so that could also be it, but at the same time, it's just a fan game.
It's legitimately
it's just a fan game.
They did what you did in less time.
Dr. Alphys even said that since it's a fan game, they weren't even gonna... Okay, another thing, they did it in 2 weeks. They weren't paid. They just did it for fun. And Dr. Alphys now changed it that if Love Letter gets released, it's going to be for free because it's still considered a fan game. Even though he's changing up the models and he's giving new animations and changing all the aspects so that it's nothing of Yandere Simulator. And another thing too, which I do like a lot, is Dr. Alphys actually knows the concept of a stealth game in a Yandere Simulator. Because he even says in his videos, he's not going to be like Yandere Simulator where it has like, it's supposed to be like Hitman, but you also know your rivals and stuff, and that she's basically an emotion supposed to know this Yandere Bochan is the protag's nickname. She's gonna, have a personality, she's gonna love Senpai, but she's gonna have to figure out who the rivals is. It's basically gonna be more fun. It's gonna be basically the stealth game that Yandere dev wanted.
So I guess the takeaway from this is, one, play Love Letter when it comes out, because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Do support.
does.
That does sound like so much fun.
Also, I had reached out to Yandere Dev to see if he would make a statement on any of the things that have been going on, and he did not comment. So
Not a single one. So
Not a single one.
he can't be wasting 8 hours answering emails if he couldn't get the Tibby. So what was that excuse again about it hampering your work? Because clearly you had time to answer, but
I mean, you
boy.
also remember he also has his own volunteers who are also aren't getting paid. But apparently that's not enough, and he needs more volunteers.
Yeah, to not pay them, sure,
pay
dude.
them.
It's a huge debacle. It's
hey guys,
just,
I think we can make a game better than Yandere Dev and quicker.
you know what?
Oh,
I
such.
believe we can do that.
Is that a challenge?
Oh,
It might just
not.
be-
It's not even a
Ugh.
challenge. It's done because at least we can say that, right?
So we might be making a game.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
it posted.
Do stay posted because it's gonna be wild.
And it's not going to
Definitely
take 6
wild.
years.
It's not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
take
yeah.
years.
Definitely not.
We also have a competent coder on our side.
Yeah.
Isn't much to say about Yandere Dev.
Yeah,
He
the
literally-
coding. Yeah.
Okay, our sound guy literally took a look at one of the sample codes that he had
Yeah,
posted
it was
that-
it was a if then for the bucket. Essentially, what the bucket has to do is fill in these conditions. The conditions is if filled, it will do the scheme to get Osana expelled in a week. However, if you had filled the bucket already and that scheme hadn't ran, you're gonna have to empty the bucket and then refill the bucket in order for the scheme to run because it's checking for the specifics every single time. What our sound coder guy did was that he just made it a through line where filled, it will start. It does not need any of the extra stuff because it's literally, it bogs down the processor. It does not have to be a switch statement because literally it could just be, and I wish he was here to say this, it's like literally a global statement. So it would just
he basically took this thing that was a lot of lines of code and put it into 2 lines.
yeah.
And made it where it doesn't break, like the game doesn't break with it.
Waste
Another
time.
thing, like I've played Yandere Sim, one of the more recent like updates of it, and it's so laggy when you boot it up because of all the students spawning in.
Yeah. And I wonder why it's doing that. Yeah, because it has to check for each and every single one of them what they're doing. And I watched this video, I can't say recently now, but a couple of weeks ago about the coding, and it's literally mind-boggling because a student will have its entire school day. So it's, is this what I'm going to do at 9 o'clock? Okay, I do it. And then it's done. And then, okay, am I doing something at 9 o'clock? No, I'm doing something at 12. I do that. Okay, am I doing something at 9? Oh, no, and I'm doing something at 12. No, am I doing something right now? Yeah, okay, I'll do that. And it has to run all of that to say no, no, yes all the time. And that is why computers that aren't built to handle that stuff. I'm talking like, Godzilla for real, Godzilla for real is what I wanted to say. Monster that is built to handle this, it will probably just do what happened and just slow everything to a disgusting crawl.
I wish.
So the frames to a disgusting crawl, but yeah.
So the coding sucks. The one thing that doesn't suck about Yandere Dev is the memes right now.
Ooh,
It
yeah,
is
the
the
memes.
The face capping memes.
No,
of him.
okay, about
And
and
then the Adele one where it's him is like, never mind, I'm fine, and it
Someone
pulls out,
like
and there's just a bunch of people face capped for it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
also did Unravel from Tokyo
Oh,
Ghoul and gave him the white hair and
the
eye
white-
patch.
It's of the
Oh,
face
my
rigging
God.
thing. I don't understand why it's a meme, but hey, if it's a riff on this dude, you know what? My goodness, if he has not earned it with just the way that he treats people, treats supporters,
Oh,
Goodness.
yeah, for real.
I
Is there
couldn't
any other
imagine.
things that we want to touch on with him? Or-
I'm sure he's going to do something to get thrown into the negative limelight again. It
That's
has
also
to happen.
another thing is that he can't accept it. Like he doesn't accept criticism, but he also blames it like these people are doing it to ruin my reputation and stuff. It's like, but you had a hand in ruining your own
Literally,
reputation.
you had a layup.
Oh,
and...
there was also the suspicious buys.
Oh yeah, he has made some
yeah.
questionable purchases of a certain type of.
Alright, so the
don't-
safe for
how do we-
okay.
I
So
think
What is the best safe for work way to put what he has purchased?
a very, very
a big
off-brand-
Barbie doll.
A huge off-brand Barbie doll. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
He apparently
it's his waifu, right?
It's
Yeah,
called
My
My Waifu,
Waifu.
is the name of one of them.
Wait, is it like the brand name?
No,
No,
that's
no.
the name because you can name it.
he named it.
I'm pretty sure it's just
Named
My
it
Waifu.
How?
M-A-I Waifu. Yeah,
Yeah, like my
My Waifu.
waifu.
You
That's
gonna
her
be
name.
okay? Because that's the first one.
That's the fourth one. The second one, I don't know what the name is,
His
but
name-
apparently it's blonde.
He can't.
Mm.
Gosh, no wonder the names for his characters are so awful in these freaking games.
Yeah,
Right?
that's literally a character named My Waifu.
Yeah, so his naming scheme just
My
kind of went through to
Waifu.
other things. And I thought I was
My-
bad at naming things. Goodness.
So, like, basically,
My-
the way people figured this out was that they basically inserted his Ord email of his Ord username, Eva Icefriend.
Oh,
Into the-
Rastafania?
Yeah, Rastafania.
Eva
They
Zafon,
entered, because in the website that he purchased the Barbie doll off of,
he used Eva Zafon to purchase.
Yeah.
Bro.
yeah, because apparently you can someone typed it. There's a video of it too that they typed in his email for the forgot my password account,
Yeah.
and once he put in the username and the email, it said email sent to your email, and then someone tested it by having a 10-minute email that they didn't sign up on the website, so they inserted that email into the same website, and the website said that account doesn't exist. So it does prove that on that website that in order to like have an account and stuff, it checks if you can insert your
Wow.
email and they'll check if it has an account.
Wow.
So
That's some like big brain sleuthing, and I kind
Dude.
of appreciate it.
Oh man, you
Mhm.
read and watch detective stuff like that. Goodness.
yeah,
But-
and then the other second questionable not really questionable, but he bought himself another Switch, so
Yeah.
I guess he
Why?
treated himself during quarantine.
Well, like okay. To be fair, I get making purchases if you like.
Especially during quarantine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For me, I had the ability to make more purchases because that sweet
Stimulus check.
stimulus and the extra stimulus when you were unemployed was very nice and actually helped me to like not be behind on any payments or anything like that, which I
Hey.
appreciated a lot. And I
love
got to renovate my room, which was something that I very much needed. And now we have like a space to record in here, which is very nice. Except it's really hot right now because we can't have the AC.
Yeah.
We have, if you're hearing any sort of whooshing, which I think Sound Guy would take out, we're using hand fans right now, which is actually pretty nice. I feel like an old lady in church.
Woo!
Very much. But,
Sweating like
Like-
a Yandere Dev in church.
Oh.
but like, he doesn't need 2 switches. I don't understand the point of 2 switches. The only person that I know of currently that has 2 switches is someone who has it because he speedruns. And he was able to get it because he speedruns. And that's like his
You
job.
would think with someone that has 2 switches, he'd be able to write a statement that was better.
Oh.
Ah!
So that's
Like,
another.
I have 2
okay.
switches in my house, but that's because one's my brother's and one's mine.
So I'm pretty sure that I don't know if you listeners are wondering why are we talking about Yandere Dev's impulse purchases. You gotta remember, Yandere Dev, his job, his income, is literally Yandere Simulator on Patreon. So if you're still a Patreon of him, you can guess where that money went to.
Second
Right.
switch, baby.
Yeah.
Unless, like, he got
Barbie.
it with his...
But what else is he doing?
okay, unless he got it with his
Stimulus check?
check.
Stimulus?
But even then, like, I don't
Shouldn't
know
that
if
have
he
been
can-
money for the game?
Yeah, I don't know if you
Yeah.
can get one. And also, like, you don't need a second switch.
Wait,
What's your purpose for it?
I think there is the art grant for like the employed. That's
you know
probably
what, that's right. That's probably how he gets
That's
it.
probably how he got it.
But
yeah.
like, still, it doesn't like. You don't need it, and you're supposed to be working on a game.
Yes,
Well,
all
I
of that could
don't
have been.
remember if he's in his videos if he said what the Patreon money goes to. I think he says. I don't remember if an older video
Well,
he said
don't
that.
you have to claim what Patreon is going specifically for and have to provide a specific amount of things to have a Patreon? I'm pretty sure that's how that works, if I remember correctly.
I
think
don't
it's
remember if
almost
he
like a
says like
Kickstarter.
it helps him pay for his bills and stuff. But like apparently he still lives with his parents.
So
Unless he's paying rent.
Well,
I mean,
again, okay, no shade to people who still live with their
Yeah,
parents.
dude,
because,
it's
Yeah, yeah,
acceptable.
sure.
genuinely, that's a legitimate. If your
Oh
parents
god, that's
Dude, in this
even
climate-
worse. Okay,
you pay
again.
money for and like you can pay rent or whatever, that's legitimate. But
Okay,
yes. The
again.
fact that he has the living
Yeah, and I guess
life-size
he
Barbie
lit
doll.
apparently 2 living Barbie
Yeah,
dolls
off-brand
in his
Barbie dolls, yeah.
parents' house. That's
Oh, that brings up a lot more.
Oh,
I don't like that to think about
God.
that at all.
Well, we ain't we just probably should start theorizing on it.
Yeah!
yeah,
Let's
yeah. Let's just move on.
Is there anything else that we need, or should we just, wrap this all up in a nice big white?
We probably
Oh,
should
right.
wrap it up though. Complete something else before Yandere Simulator comes out. I'm so dude.
Ooh.
Like
Ooh.
the reason why I am being so pointy and sharp right now is because, dude, you would have to mess up on purpose in order for this to not go well. There was many opportunities for this to be good, but he wants all of this stuff and he wants it to be so deep. And look,
Wait, I just remembered something we forgot to mention.
What's up?
So he's upset and feels entitled about the volunteer work going
But
to.
he had Tiny
Yeah,
Bill to
he
work
had-
with
Yeah,
him.
again,
Okay.
Tiny
Yeah,
Bill.
Tiny
It's okay.
Bill. You shouldn't feel entitled to volunteers going to Love Letter or My True Feelings when you literally had Yandere, when you literally had Tiny Build in 2018 to help you, and look what that
And you
went.
kicked them to the curb because you couldn't understand how better their coding was.
Oh.
Once again, you would have to make this go bad for this to be bad.
Yeah.
So should we? I think we can wrap this all up in a bow, seal it with a kiss like a love letter.
A love letter, perhaps,
So those
to
are
a better game.
And those were all true feelings.
Yandere
Dev.
feelings about Yandere
Yeah,
Dev.
Yandere Dev.
Oh, boy.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Get some help.
No, seriously, get some help.
Honestly,
Seriously, dude, like-
dude, think you're sick. Love?
He's gonna send Yandere-chan after us.
What
Yeah.
are you gonna
What
do?
is she gonna do? Is she gonna go?
She's gonna teleport to us.
No, she has to
Teleports
think.
behind
us.
No, she has to.
Teleports behind us in the T-pose. Oh my god, Shindere.
No, Nikki. She has
Done it,
to.
done it.
No. She has to run a bunch of if-then statements. We have enough time to clock her in the jaw and get away.
Okay.
Oh, I think there is something, a holy grail of sorts.
No!
We need the challenge.
No, okay,
No.
the calcium cup. Okay, we'll call it that because we can't call it anything else. Needs to go back to sipping that. It's the only thing that's worked.
Okay. So I think we're.
I
we're
think
all good.
honestly, I sincerely hope the whole Yandere thing isn't a three-peat. Because I know we talk about it a lot, but honestly, this dude can't stay out of
He
trouble.
cannot be stopped
He
for
cannot
doing bad
stop.
things. He just does not stop.
So I sincerely, we're not trying to do this on purpose. This dude's it does this. But you know what? Hopefully we'll hit you guys with a more, honestly, who knows what's gonna happen in a week. Hopefully it'll be a better episode,
A more positive, more upbeat, less angry episode.
Yeah, less hornets. So yeah. I think we're all good on this. I think we're all developed on this, right? Right, fully.
Yeah, I think we're this is a fully finished, fully fleshed out episode right
Final
here.
build, ready to be
Final
shipped
build,
out.
ready to go. Yeah.
Welcome, ESRB. Give us our rating. Yeah.
All right, so that was it for this week's episode of the Fandom Tea Party podcast. You can go ahead and find us on all of our social medias. We have a Tumblr, a Twitter, and an Instagram. I'm trying to use those more, but as you guys know, I'm very bad at managing things, especially Twitter. Twitter, I do not know how to use it. I'm sorry.
Dude, I just need to do stuff on Instagram.
I'm
I know
a
how
failure.
you feel.
I love Instagram though.
But I didn't like do the shout outs. Like I need to start doing that.
But we also have our own personal ones. I'm Chibi Cookie on everything. Beastkachu is Beastkachu on everything. And Treble Daydreams, Rainbow Nightmares. Look up one of those and you'll probably find her. We also have a Patreon.
Woo!
So, hey, how about you don't Patreon to Yandere Dev and Patreon to us? Because we'll actually do stuff.
Yeah, and especially with
dude.
those plans going forward, you know,
And
just
we
saying.
ain't gonna waste it on Bobby dolls.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. See, Dad doesn't have to worry.
We also, I stream. I should be streaming more. Sound Guy streams. He should be streaming more. And also, there is.
I'm setting up my stuff to stream, but
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
let you guys know
Eventually
about that.
stream. We are setting up. There's going to be. Well, we aren't setting it up, but there's going to be a link to a fundraiser. For one
Yes.
of our friends' relatives.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
her mom, actually. I don't know why I
Yes.
just said relative. Go ahead. If you have any money to spare, go ahead and send it her way. It's a very important fundraiser for a transplant.
Yes, please. It's very important.
Yes.
And if you cannot donate, just go ahead and spread that around. Spread the word.
That helps too.
Yeah,
It's-
I believe she, me, and Chibi Cookie are also gonna do art commissions if you donate.
I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
I believe we're working on a commission thing. There also may be a charity video game stream that we're doing. So go ahead. We'll keep you guys posted on that.
Yeah, because I'm not sure where I'm gonna fit in with that one, but yeah, no,
You
please
can
stay
do writing
posted.
commissions. Speaking of writing.
Plug.
So speaking of things that are actually done and you'll be able to enjoy that are scary, I have written
Scary,
3 books,
not
but
edgy.
the first actually physically terrifying, I would hope. The first one is The Man with 600 Flowers and Other Inklings,
That
and
one's
the
not
other
scary.
two, that one's not scary.
That one's not.
These two are. Shadows from the Mire and Shadows from the Mire 2, The Wanting House. Those are legitimately scary. I would hope you feel unnerved. That means I've done my job. If you are looking for books, I do recommend those. I've written them myself. So.
They're really good, and I did the cover art. It was very fun.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Chibi did the cover art, so please, if you have, you know, how it is, COVID money to spare, and you're looking for something to read during this time, since you can't go anywhere, please consider my books. It's very appreciated. Even if you just get the word spread around. I also have a book maybe coming out soon, so please stay in the loop on that one. I very greatly appreciate it.
Anything else that we gotta plug before we go?
Wear your
please-
mask.
Wear
your
your
mask.
mask.
Wear your mask.
Stay safe. Please do pledge to the fundraiser. Spread it around. Really do appreciate it. I may be on a stream with Chibi Cookie. I don't know, but do stay once again in the loop. Don't know why I'm repeating myself, but one thing I haven't repeated myself on is get that. Wait, no, it's sip that. Oh my goodness,
Oh, God.
it's been so long.
Too long.
I forgot the order. You need to sip that. Huh? And get that. Hacha. And we will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there, guys. Get you in the next one. Peace.
See you in the sip.